This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Adol, the Red is back. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with another First Impressions, and this time it's Ys. Number 9, Monstrum Nox. Yeah, this game series has been on for a while, and I think 9's the latest. I don't know if they've released 10 or are working on 10 by the point, but, oh man, this game series has been around for a really long time, and we're at 9 at this point, and not too long ago, maybe a couple years ago, I played 8, and I thought that one was pretty good, especially the music, so it'll be interesting to see where 9 takes it. Like, how many adventures can you have Adol, the Red Christian, or I think it's Christian, or Christian, depending on how you pronounce it. But anyway, this is published by Nippon Ichi Software and created by Falcom. And it's the same company it's been working on for years. I'm surprised they've worked on other games, but let's start the game off, and then I can talk about the series. Because a long time ago, I did a playthrough of 1 and 2 for the PSP version. I've yet to go over the others. I was going to record, like, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7 at that point, but I hadn't got to it, so. But we'll just do, like, a, introduction, the First Impressions video, and let's end this whenever we get to it. So let's see how our difficulties options are. Easy difficulty accessible, perfect for those who struggle with action games. I usually do okay. Standard difficulty, that's probably what I'll keep it on, because people who enjoy story and gameplay. Hard, for those who desire the thrill of engaging in action, recommended for experienced players. I'm experienced, but I'm still not that good. Nightmare, extremely unreasonable difficulty for extraordinary masters of action games only. Yeah, no. A cruel, mercilessly unbalanced difficulty that puts even nightmares to shame. Enemies will act faster. Eugh. And Lunatic, an insane bloodbath where all enemies deal double damage, recommended after finishing the game at least once. Yeah, we're just going to go with normal mode because I'm a wuss like that. Vertical camera auto correction. Yeah, well, I could probably turn it off later. Disable assist mode. Footholds to be added to locations where... Yeah, sometimes I don't know stuff like that, so we'll turn that on. Oh, you get some little bonus stuff for having the previous game on here. Loading save data from Ys Aid, Lacrimosa of Dana, or Ys Memories of Celceta will allow you to obtain special item for each game. I haven't played Ys Memories of Celceta, unfortunately. I haven't heard much about that game, so I don't know if it's any good. I know a lot of people liked 8, and I liked 8 quite a bit, so I guess I'll have something there. So yeah, sure, I'll take it. Why not? The Old Steel Ring. I think that's what Yana or Lana had. She was that was one of those games where it had 2 protagonists, one in the future and one in the past, and the future was Adol, and the past was, I think, Lana was her name, but.
Good. You've made it out. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine here. I've grown rather accustomed to these walls. Hurry now. You must leave the prison before the guards catch wind of your escape. I hope that one day we'll meet again. Now go.
Distant bells ring out through the night. It must have learned of your escape. You must hurry. Sorry, I didn't say anything because I thought voice acting would come in. Because the way I record this is there's a slight audio delay. So anyway, I wonder if this is young Adol before he went on his adventures in the first game or something. I guess we'll find out. L to move, hold L1 and the left trigger analog stick. Square to examine things, and square to talk to people. Okay, pretty straightforward. See anything weird about this? It looks like the directional pads are for like maps and stuff like that. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Nothing like too complicated. We get a trophy for just starting.
So far, did a prisoner break out?
That's impossible. You'd have to have a death wish to try to escape this place.
Freedom! What are we, Braveheart all of a sudden? I wonder if there's anything we can explore around here. I assume this is just a straightforward, but I wonder if this is... Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to the continuity of these. I wonder if it actually holds up between each of the games, because each game is like Adol going on a unique adventure. And it doesn't look like he ages at all. It almost looks like these stories take place within so many years of each other, which, most adventure games never want to age the character too much, because then they, it kind of changes who they are if they get too old. That's why, although in Link's case, they made just a different Link every time. But in this case, it's always been the same Adol, from what I'm aware of. I know actually, I think almost every East game has some version of time travel, I think, in it. Or some time manipulation, I think. I could be wrong. It's been forever since I played some of the old ones. The action necessary to progress main stories display the minimap, seek a way out of prison. Story objectives with the exclamation. Without doubt, aim for the objective. I assume this is one of those games where we can go through the objective, but there's probably some minor side quests we can do to, like, get better weapons, like in the previous games. Okay, yeah, quests, other events, treasures, okay. Let's see, yeah, and you can press down to, looks like this map's free, we just have to go that way. I don't see any treasures. I doubt they would throw anything crazy at the very beginning of the game. Oh, we got some other prisoners. I wonder why we're in this prison. I wonder what happened. Yeah, that caused us to be in here.
Report! Report!
What is it?
There's been an escape from the East Wing cell block. We're verifying the inmate number now. Stand by for a follow-up report.
How the hell? Seal all passages leading to and from the East Wing! Quickly!
Yes, sir.
You don't notice in a lot of games in a series that lasts a long time with the main character, there always is an episode of a series, or at least in a show, depending that the main character always gets captured somehow, despite all the crap he's been through or survived. He somehow, it's locked. He somehow gets caught at one point, which obviously, I mean, drama and all that. It's just kind of funny sometimes. Because I mean, it's supposed to be somewhat realistic. It's locked. Well, what's the point of examining the? I guess we have to go downstairs. Oh, can't even examine that one. Surprised there's not even any action going on other than running out. So, oh well. Yeah, I might as well just beat feet to the end. No reason to like explore too much, because this is the intro area, so there's probably not much to really do. Huh, convenient. You should be able to go down here. Yep, open trapdoor and descend into the darkness. Yeah, conveniently they forgot to lock all the escape routes. It's like we're in a storage area or something. This seems to be some sort of underground warehouse. There must be a way to escape from through here. Oh yeah, I guess we're having Adol technically talk. Adol's been kind of like one of the silent protagonists in all of his games. I don't think he's ever talked, actually. So even when you're by yourself, usually they don't really say it as if it's him talking. It's usually like a narrator or something, or just general description for the player. But it's like nothing really.
A treasure chest!
Looks like we see monsters. Oh, they actually gave him a voice this time. Actually, I think he might have had a voice in previous games, or at least in 8. But it was more like when he attacked and he'd be like, ugh, ah, stuff like that. But usually when dialogue occurred, he never talked. This must be a standard issue for guards. Best equip it just in case. Yeah, where's all your epic weapons and armor from previous games that you got? Oh, are you like Samus? You just somehow lose them, or in this case, because you're in the prison, they're locked up or away. Weapon, yeah, decreases damage. I mean, that's pretty obvious. All right, Adol does look a little. At least his design makes him look a little older, but I doubt it's by much though. Short sword, +12. Standard issue for Roman army recruits. I think I heard about the Roman. Well, Roman. It's Roman or whatever in this game. I think they've always been mentioned in the previous games. At least 8, I believe. Danger, restricted area. Because I believe 8 mentioned them quite a few times. I think we were heading there, actually. Prison guards staff entering, but order the hieroglyph knights. Yeah, the sign says danger, but you might not have a choice if you want to escape. But yeah, I think in 8, we were heading to the Roman Empire for something. And in 8, you get stranded on an island in the whole game. So this is probably what happens when we finally got to the Roman Empire. Something feels off about the beast one in this underground path. Oh, they're just mutated fish with teeth. Ugh. Just what are they? I hope this isn't Chris's blood. Their grotesque forms make them closer to monsters than anything else. Yeah, that's not nice. Okay, locking on his triangle. And square for attacking. Flick the right analog stick for moving around. Enemy, enemy weaknesses are displayed so we have to cast like a Libra spell or something like that. Boost L1, R1, extra skill. Evade, also L1. Trigger, flash guard. Oh, and apparently we get allies in this game. Huh, usually in most games you have allies. But actually, I think 8 might have been one of the first times. Well, no, maybe Celceta. I never played Celceta, so I'm not sure. Because in 8 you actually had allies that joined you, but in previous East games, there's always Adol. And some of the characters, you would have allies, but they wouldn't actually fight with you in most cases. At least I don't remember any of the other games having it. Yeah, I think 8, maybe Celceta, but 8 I think was one of the first ones where you actively had a control party members and you could switch between them. Usually, if you had allies, it was always Adol who you played as. So. Let's see. Yeah, something flashes when I press that, like the flash card or whatever. And yeah, there's the evade button. So. Oh, right, if I hold down that, I can go through this faster.
It seems I've arrived too late.
Looks like we have the person who's on the cover of the game, so either you're a villain or you're some tragic character we're going to learn about over the course of the game. Who are you? What's with your arm and leg?
Is it every day you're this unabashedly brazen? And we have only just met. No matter. Despite who you are, your role here is crucial.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't think Adol was strong enough to dodge a bullet, but what have you done to me, you witch? It feels as though a steel rod has pierced you. The excruciating pain goes through your body. Sorry, I went too fast. The heck?
Impressive. You've assimilated with the curse without so much as a squeal. Your new form deserves a proper name. How about the Crimson King?
Is that an emo bullet? Did you term me emo? Or edgelord? Did you say curse?
I did. Now you must calm yourself and fully embrace it.
Yeah, I think she turned us into an edgelord. And quickly warp? What? Why are you giving Ada all these weird powers all of a sudden? Usually the thing about him was he was always a normal warrior who was just really good at fighting, you know. But I guess you have to change up the game every once in a while, so R2 to teleport around.
Do you understand your gift? There is no going back now, I'm afraid. The wheels of fate are already turning. Use your power to escape this place. We will meet again, in time. Owen, my name is Aprilis.
Keep looking, damn it!
But they told us we're not supposed to be down here.
Who cares? We have to find the prisoner.
Your pursuers follow closely behind. You must proceed quickly. Aprilis, huh? Was she friends with Ninja Turtles? You know, Donatello and all that. I don't know. I kind of prefer his original outfit, the blue outfit, mainly because I like blue. But like I said, sometimes got to do different things in a series to kind of change it up a bit. You know, just to make it something new. Crimson Line, huh? Let's look at our outfit. Yeah, we did get turned edgelordy. It's like modern days. Wait, I didn't know I could. Actually, I don't really need to save at this point. It's too early to like worry about that. So do we become stronger other than being able to teleport? I guess, and get all the unnecessary like pokes and your sword seems to have changed shape to suit your appearance. I didn't choose this appearance. Adol's short sword transformed into a gothic sword. Oh man. What were the people smoking when they made this game? A mysterious power surges through your body. I mean, the game's probably fine. I'm just making fun of it. Press hold on to unleash a skill, and then press any of the corresponding buttons. You could do that in previous games though. Okay. I wonder if the skills get better over the course of the game. Wait, press hold while holding. Oh, right. I don't know why. I was looking at that. He even has this that light, like happy-go-lucky voice or whatever, like that one anime voice actor or whatever. So it's like it almost belays his new appearance, you know. I wonder if they should have maybe made changed his voice slightly, like still use the same voice actor, but like made it either deeper or something like that. I don't know. Skill finish. Oh, you get. I wonder if skill finishing like improves drop rates or something like that, like in some games. Actually, can I? I know I couldn't go through that door, but I wonder. Oh right, okay, I didn't know I can run. Okay, I wonder if we'll have to come back here later, like near the end of the game or something like that for some reason. Could be wrong. Maybe it's just there for like, hey, it's there. Cool. Yeah, see, the voice actor doesn't belay his new appearance, so raisins. I mean, I like raisins. These should help with recovering your health. Yeah, access that. I'm gonna press this button. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't get a finish strike. Yeah, I'll try doing that just because usually in games like that, if you finish with a special ability, usually it improves drops and stuff like that. Usually. Since I have a decent amount of SP, I can afford to do. Why is this area looks familiar? It looks like the entrance to when you first play Fist of the North Star, the one made by the Yakuza creators. Like the first entrance kind of looks like this room. I don't know why. So that was there at any time? No, not at any time. Only when it was funny. Uh-oh, raised bars. However, will we beat that? After jumping X, press X, so we get double jump. So we break the laws of physics. Double jumping? What madness is this? I was saying there's... Nope, okay. Just making sure there wasn't anything down there. I think the game's too early to be throwing like secret chests at us and stuff like that, so... Man, I guess good thing we got shot by this bullet. We get all these crazy abilities that we never had in the previous games.
Let's take a break.
Ah, is that a rest point? An odd stone disc with a seal carved into it sits on the ground. But can't you save at any time, though? A soothing energy emanates at your feet. Oh, is it healing? Okay, it's a healing spot. Step on a relief to help recover HP and status ailments. Selecting retry from the game over screen will resume the game for the last relief tile you stepped on. Circumstances such as boss battle allow you to retry directly before the battle. I wonder if this is one of those where you get a trophy for never continuing once or something like that. I don't know. Can we actually go through here? Because the direction we're supposed to go is that way, but let's see if we can... You hear a voice from this direction. You better find another way. Okay, fine. Why didn't you just lock the door? That would have been easier. Yeah, whatever. I'm just making fun. I assume we got a boss up ahead. Or some encounter. It's like a frog, insect, turtle thing, or whatever. Press L1 to evade, yep. Yeah, we know about that. Oh, said something about a flash move. I guess if you... Wicked toe to the Underdrain. They're trying to make that sound more epic than it actually is. Oops. I didn't get hit, so... Nope. Didn't dodge far enough. I think I keep accidentally getting out of, oh. Once again, didn't dodge far enough. That's when he does that, like, one thing. Press R2 over walking down an enemy and close the gap with Crimson Lines. Oh, I was wondering if that thing could be used outside of just platforming. Let's see, reach airborne enemies. Doing so will deplete your grift gauge, so you can't just keep spamming it. Be careful when the gauge hits 0, you won't be able to use it until it's charged. Okay. Let's see how this works. There we go. Okay, so you still have to be a decent... you have to be still decently close by to... Yeah, you can't be too far away when you do that. So far, not doing too bad. I mean, yeah, I've taken a few unnecessary hits, but that's usually going to happen in these games. I assume we're waiting till... Oh, I bet that bottom bar must be his stun gauge or something like that, because as soon as I maxed it out, he fell unconscious for a second, or got a... So far, not too tough, but I am playing normal mode, so it makes sense that that's not really difficult. Nice. We're getting a level 2. Were we always level 4? I think we just gained multiple levels, because I think we started at level 1. Your body is still adapting to your new power. An overwhelming feeling of fatigue envelops you.
There he is!
Is that really inmate 217? He looks just like...
Silence! I want that rogue in irons!
What the? He jumped!
It's unlikely that he'll make it out of these catacombs in one piece. The aqueduct leads straight to the city. Send a search party as a precaution.
Have you ever had a dream where you weren't you? You were someone else? When I have a dream like that, it makes me wonder, am I really me? Perhaps such a dream is my reality, and my reality is the dream. I discovered the answer during my adventures in Balduc, and the answer was astoundingly simple. They are both equal truths. What is real is defined by what is not. Who one is defined by who one isn't. One must accept these truths if they wish to live and learn and grow. It was in this prison, this cradle, where my dreams and my reality became intertwined. Adol Kristen. An excerpt from Balduc Prison.
Well then, apparently Adol becomes very introspective in this game. Usually he's kind of like a Mad Max kind of character where he's like introduced to the world and he ends up saving it. But Chapter 1, The Monstrums of Vauldemare. Yeah, I guess Doug, even though that looks like a... Anyway. But yeah, usually he's like... Okay, now it's going to explain why he's in prison. But yeah, usually he's just there and then he gets wrapped up in the adventure. Usually it's not about... You don't learn much about Adol per se, just that he's a hero.
Finally made it to Balduc, the prison city.
Huh. Oh, they got the same guy. Dogi's back again. Dogi's been there since the second game? He might have made an appearance in the first game. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, Dogi's been companion. Like usually, I'm trying to remember when he first became like a companion that actually followed Adol around. I don't think it was till the fourth game or something like that where they started sticking Dogi, because they needed to have a character next to Adol to kind of like comment on the situation and help him out. Because at some point you can only have a lone character for so long before, you know, especially being a non-talkative character. Although Link does it all the time. Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Word is, it's home to the biggest slammer in the Roman territories. Even from out here, I can tell the city's huge.
It's simply huge.
Look, Adam. There's a security checkpoint at the gates.
Man, they must have really... A lot of time must have passed between 8 and 9 because Dogi looks quite a bit older too. Like I said, they were just going from the island to the continent. It didn't seem like it was that long. But then again, they were on the island for quite a while, actually, if I remember. I think story-wise, they had been there for months. If I remember correctly, anyway. But I didn't think... Yeah, whatever. Like I said, continuity is not perfect in these games, so... It must be because of the prisons.
I may have left my life of crime, but getting the old shakedown still puts me on edge. Anyway, It'd be nice to catch some shut-eye in an actual bed for once. They say the garrison runs a tight ship throughout the city, what with the prison and all. Well, let's go see what's going on.
I don't... He says he's a prisoner. I'm trying to remember what he did in the original games that made him a criminal. I think you do find him in a prison, but I think...
Oh, I'm beat.
Speak to someone at a checkpoint. I don't remember... I thought Dogi was in prison because of, like, what happened in that game, not because he was an actual criminal. But like I said, it's been forever since I played 1 and 2 when you first meet Dogi, so I don't know. No, I guess he only gets voices during certain scenes. It looks like everyone's waiting to get through the security checkpoint. Yeah, I can't do his deep voice. Call me paranoid, but something about this seems excessive, even for a prison city. Maybe someone up at the front can tell us what's going on. Maybe. No! I'll just jump at you. Wow, this is Balduke. Its ramparts just as magnificent as they say. Oh, you can put autoplay on, so it auto... Okay, well that'll be nice to know in the future. That way I don't have to... Oh, okay, or it's not auto-playing. Shouldn't it... Maybe it takes forever to go through the dialogue. I travel this city because I heard it's the largest in Gilead. Or Gilead. But now I hear some dangerous lot has gotten the city all up in arms. The auto one takes a while because I could read it faster than the game auto does it. Is that true? With the Roman army right there, just what could be going on? I wonder if they're based off a real life group or empire. I came up, so it's been 8 years since Gilead joined the empire. I figured things had cooled off. I think Gilead has been mentioned in the previous games too. And yet here we are. Now what do? I don't know.
Hey, did you hear? You mean?
I came all the way from Celceta to promote my goods around here. That was the 7th game. Like I said, I weirdly have not played Celceta for whatever reason. Man, the trip had me exhausted even if it wasn't all that far. Can't they just hurry up and let me in already? I do like the references to previous games at least.
Yeah. Apparently it was the Monstrums.
The Monstrums, huh? Sounds like a rock band or something like that. Intense man, huh? I wonder if he has something to say. I wonder if it's intense.
Who are you? You travel? If you want to get into Balduke, we'll need to inspect your things.
Yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally pressed the button too quickly.
Security looks tight here. Did something happen?
Huh. Guess you could say that. Some hoodlums calling themselves Monstrums have been plaguing Balduke.
Monstrums?
A certain dignitary has recently gone missing. There's no doubt they're behind this. Those damn pests. Blast it all. I've only just been transferred here, too.
Well, not sure if I follow, but it seems like a pretty big deal.
Warden Belger.
What? Are you sure? All right. Detain him.
Okay, now that doesn't look like a warm welcome to me.
You, with the red hair, you're the adventurer, Adol Kristen, are you not?
Huh. Well, looks like this is how we get into prison. So, as you can already well aware, the guy voicing the warden is Kyle Hubert, who's voiced like Ryu and other such things. I know the guy who voiced in Dogi, but I always forget his name. But for some reason, I remember Kyle's name. But yeah, we're hearing all the classic anime characters pop up. It usually happens in games. Usually they hire the same Texas voice acting. Usually it's Texas is the big, where a lot of voice actors voice from is from Texas, or at least in that area. But anyway, never heard of him.
Don't screw with me, kid. Capital has issued a warrant for your arrest.
A warrant? For Adol? What for?
We've been in an island for the last 6 months or whatever before this. I don't even know. But then again, we've been adventuring for years. It's hard to say. Nothing comes to mind.
He says it with a straight face.
You can't fool me. You returned from the cursed Isle of Seiren. You were involved with the Atlas Ocean incident. And most recently, you were seen in Altago in the aftermath of the ceasefire. You are being arrested on the grounds of your suspicious involvement in these events.
Ah, would you look at that. We're bona fide celebrities.
It'll be easier on all of us if you come quietly with me to the prison.
Warden Belger.
Oh, Shadowlord. You caught me at a bad time. I was just in the middle of an arrest.
If it was this man here, allow me to take him in myself.
Oh? But weren't you on patrol?
Yes. However, we've just received word that monstrums were sighted in the main square.
Monstrums, you say?
Those must be the guys he was talking about earlier.
That's right. I was to report any monstrum activity directly to you.
Should have just said so from the start.
My apologies. Shall I take it from here?
Of course. I know you'll keep a close eye on him. I leave him to you, Shadowlord. Troops, fall in! The primary garrison will shift their priorities to capturing the monstrums. Today will be the day those pests will finally go where they belong. Balduke Prison. The one who captures them will receive a sizable bonus.
Yes, sir!
Now then, Mr. Adel Kristen.
And when you refer to like what we've been doing before then, the island of Seiron is where we were in the 8th game. And then I don't know about the other incident he talked about during the revolution or during that whatever. So that was probably during Silseta or something like that. Or maybe that was something we never, that happened in a side game or something like that that I'm unaware of. But anyway, who are you?
I am Shadowlord, Master and Commander of the Glean Hieroglyph Knights. It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hieroglyph Knights? So, you must be part of the Hieroglyph Church. Why are you working with the Roman Empire?
We operate in tandem for the sake of maintaining the order here in Balduke. Warden Belger is the one in charge of the garrison here. As his title suggests, he is also the warden of Balduke Prison. He will be the one to decide your fate. You will cooperate, one way or another.
Adel! He's so fast.
You are Dogi the Wall Crusher, are you not? I give you 30 points. You fail.
What are you on about?
Unlike Adel, you aren't wanted yet by the Roman Empire. And now, I can see why. You should be grateful I'm not taking you in, too.
You son of a...
Well, I remember in the, I think in a lot of games, Dogi is usually the one who destroys walls and stuff, so that kind of makes sense, actually. Don't Dogi.
Adel!
As for you, 85 points. Collected even under duress, just as expected.
Am I inside the prison? Yes. Yes, you are. Hello, generic NPC man.
So, you're finally awake, 217?
217. So that's how they strip your humanity from you?
Right. Inmates don't go by their names here. Instead, they're given numbers. Yours is 217. You better get used to it. Don't get too excited. You've just woken up in time for dinner. Come on, let's go. And no funny business, all right?
Balduke prison halls. I'm surprised they didn't put us in like prison outfits or something like that. They just left us in our normal clothes.
Balduke Prison used to be a fortress. That's why it's got a complex layout. It's not just a soldier stationed here, but also the Roman army and the Hieroglyph Knights. You might as well give up any hope of escape.
But why would I need to escape? I'm clearly innocent of those charges in every case. I just helped save those places. Yeah, where's all the people we saved on the Seiron island? There was like 20 people or something like that we saved. Can't we get character witnesses and all that? Why the hieroglyph knights?
I don't have any obligation to tell you that.
What a dick. Fine then. I was being nice, but you had to be rude. Yeah, like most prison guards, am I right?
Listen, there are other inmates here, but speaking to each other is forbidden. Each of you have assigned seats. Yours is over there.
Reminds me of grade school.
Please, I beg you. Shut it and give me the food. I ain't about to go slave away in the mines on an empty stomach. Come on, help a guy out, will you?
That gives me just as much reason to eat as you.
Fine. We'll do this the hard way. Ah! Why, you slippery little...
Well, aren't we not allowed to talk to each other? Shouldn't someone... whatever. Drop your spoon in anger. You drop your spoon on the floor.
What was that?
What's going on over here?
Inmates 163 and 212. You two again?
Nah, I'm sorry.
Relax, gentlemen. We were just having a little chat.
Huh? 163, where's your fork?
My what?
Your fork. Where is it? God help you if I find out you're stealing cutlery.
The hell are you talking about? It's here on the table. Well, I swear it was just here. Where'd it go?
Sure it was. All right, come on, 163. Time for a body search.
No. Wait. I haven't eaten anything yet. Ugh. You little shit. This was your doing, wasn't it?
Full body search kind of reminds me of the TSA or TAS or TSA, one of the two. ...
Giving me the silent treatment, are you? Mark my words. I won't forget this.
Take a left here.
Should his anger be
As I
directed at the
mentioned earlier,
prison guards?
This prison used to be a fortress. Even the knights and us guards aren't familiar with some of the older underground sectors. Forget about being found if you get lost. May as well call it your tomb. Anyway, it hasn't even been a day, and you're already rocking the boat, 217. I'd recommend not making an enemy out of 163. I heard you were going to be trouble, but still.
Well, I am an adventurer. I've survived 9 adventures, so, you know, most of them involved saving, if not the world, then, like, a group. Actually, technically, they weren't saving the world. They were just saving, like, a small section of the world. But anyway. I'm sorry.
No. It's just my luck. You can make it up to me by not trying anything else during my shift. And especially not with her. Pardon me, ma'am. I've brought the inmate you requested.
You're late. Preposterously late. What are you waiting for? Get in here!
You will do as you are instructed. You're going to be asked some questions. I hope your answers are adequate for your sake.
State your inmate ID.
I like her, well, I'm 217. I wonder if there's a bonus if we successfully answer all our questions or if we be a dick, but I like her design. It's very cute. Despite her being an you know, Quizzer or whatever she is, so let's purposely make false things, see what happens. 216.
You don't even remember your number? You're inmate 217, Adol Kristen.
didn't think you would be so flimsy looking. From one who calls himself an adventurer, I was expecting someone more robust.
Yeah, that's like Dogi to a T. I get that a lot. My friend meets it. Well, it's like most adventurers. What, you expect me to be like Conan the Barbarian or something like that? So that would be a completely different story. That's more Western. I've noticed that's the difference between Western and Eastern design when it comes to their heroes. Usually most Western, at least for the longest time, was usually the, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like we're really ripped, while in a lot of Eastern culture it's usually like thin men, but they still have, you know, definition, if that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, Dogi does.
No.
You will speak only when I ask you a question. For the past 7 years, you have been engaging in adventures. You seem to have a habit of getting involved in remarkable phenomena. These events have been withheld from the public, but delusions can only explain so much. Magic, the Eldine, alchemy, primordials. Preposterous, indeed. If you ask me, I'd say the rumors about you are quite inflated. Now, you will answer my questions truthfully and without reluctance. Do you understand?
I think I'm trying to remember what game had the primordials in it. I think that was like the third game or something like that, or fourth maybe. But I don't remember all that. Obviously, she didn't rattle off, and it's only been 7 years since we've been adventuring. Man, it feels like it's been... When did the first East game come out? Like in the 80s? So like 40 years? Jeez. I can't believe those games were that old. But anyway, what if I refuse?
I don't think I need to explain what'll happen if you do. There's nothing more preposterous than squandered words and time. First question, Inmate 217. It seems that shipwrecks are a common occurrence for you. Even sailors and fishermen don't experience a fraction of the accidents you've been in. Some claim you instigated these incidents. What do you say to those accusations?
I'm trying to think how many games actually had shipwrecks. I think the third game had a shipwreck, and the 8th game had a shipwreck. But like I said, I haven't played Celceta, so I don't remember. Same with the 5th game. I don't remember the 5th game very well. Huh. I think that was like something Felgia or something like that was the 5th game. So, anyway. I'm not doing it on purpose. Has there really been that many?
Huh?
Is that a serious question? Or are you so far removed from reality that you can't distinguish it from adventure? You've even happened upon legendary weapons and artifacts. But somehow you always lose them afterward. Another fraudulent scheme, perhaps? Your antics are a detriment to the national interests of our Roman territories.
She continues to interrogate you like this for several more hours. Is this basically breaking down the game mechanics of the game? Because when you finally released, it was already well into the night. Because every game, they always have them start from scratch, but that's just more game mechanic-wise. Like, you can't just... after eating the cafeteria alone, you return to solitary confinement in your cell. Like, I get why they do that. Like I said, you need to build up your character from the beginning, and it makes for a more interesting experience. But the game's actually calling it out. It's one of those... you know, breaking the fourth wall type of situations. There appears to be something in your clothes. You rifle through them to check. I just assume he lost him or pawned him off or something like that, or some ancient force took him off of him every time he came back. Oh, it's a fork. Oh, it's the fork that one guy lost. How did it get in my pocket, though? So it looks like Inmate 163's missing fork. It must have ended up in your clothes at some point during that altercation. Altercation? It's not like you fought him. Whatever. Altercation just means an event and scuffle. Or not scuffle. It'd be trouble if someone spots it. You should find a place to hide it. You can just throw it out the window, can't you? Can you even reach the window? Oh, there aren't windows in here. Never mind. So much for air circulation. You can just stuff it into the cell. The fork should be hidden enough tucked behind the bed. Hide the fork behind the bed? Let me see what other options are. Not that it really matters, but I was just curious if there's any... There seems to be a pretty complex lock despite its apparent age. You should be able to open it with the tool, but you can't break out with a plan first. Oh, okay. So. Alright, stuff it in the bed then. Hide the fork behind the bed. And now we play the waiting game.
This is you. Come on, in you go. I'll check on you later.
It seems I have a neighbor.
Is it that one guy, 215 or whatever, that old dude, whatever. Nice to meet you, neighbor. Pleasant evening, isn't it?
Would be an excellent night for a stroll, if we could go for one. Could you come a little bit closer to the wall? Wouldn't want the guards hearing us speaking to each other now, would we?
No, that sounds different. I thought that was the old man, the meek guy, but no, that's something else.
That's much better. Listlessness nearly got the better of me after not having someone to talk with for so long. You don't mind, do you?
Well, it's not like I can... Not much I can really do here, you know. Who are you? Not at all. I was bored myself.
I figured as much, seeing as you appear to be keeping yourself busy in there. Please excuse my curiosity. Anyway, my crime was, well, I suppose you could call it fraud. How about you?
Being an adventurer? I'm in for something similar. Apparently I'm a habitual liar.
A veritable criminal is amongst us. I believe I understand now. Are you here on false charges? In the past, the names and crimes of prisoners were publicly posted. But about 5 years ago, those postings were suddenly discontinued. Possibly because there's so many of us now. But something tells me there's more to it. Wait. Quiet. I must have lost track of time. It seems they're doing their rounds now. The guards patrol on a strict schedule. Don't do anything that'll get you caught during patrol hours. Now then, mornings come early here. Best that you get some rest.
I'm surprised the guards don't hear him sooner, just because of how open space this place is. You'd think the sounds would echo. You were interrogated for several more days. It began the moment the sun rose, and with no rest until the sun had long set. And it continued like this day after day.
That's all I need to hear about the Canaan Islands. The ancient machine that controls the weather. The Ark of Napishtim. I find it difficult to believe that a thing out of a children's fairy tale actually exists. But your testimony doesn't conflict with any of the Navy's reports so far.
The Ark of Napishtim. I remember the game quite well. I had the PS2 copy of it. That game had fantastic music in it. Actually, Falcom usually does a pretty good job in their games with the soundtrack. I forgot who. I think it's usually the same people who do the soundtracks, but they usually do a pretty good job with them. Yeah, I forgot which number that was. Was that the fourth game? Or was that kind of its own number? God, I'm misremembering all the numbers and names and everything like that. So, but yeah, that was a really good game too. Does that mean you'll... Maybe it's because I'm not lying?
Yeah.
Though I find it difficult to believe, the reports do not lie. And I admit you have been cooperative these past few days. Is that what you hoped I would say? Lies are truth, there's no doubt your so-called adventures have major repercussions. And you're still suspected of being a spy in the Imperial territories.
Well, at least she's warming up to us. It's usually how it is in most of these games. Usually all the female characters end up just falling in love with Adol at some point. I think every single game's been like that, so maybe this is... I guess the point of this game seems to be the breakdown of the Adol character in general. Like, you know, to be different, so maybe they're going to change it up a bit. So don't change it up too much, because, you know, we play these games for a reason. How can I... It's like, I understand your reasons.
Are you mocking me? Anybody would have a hard time believing these stories. I don't even know why I'm the one who has to do this. Guard!
Yes, ma'am.
Hand inmate 217 over to the Empire to be tried for his other crimes. Take him and go.
Well, at least they're not beating us
So
and
they're
torturing us.
sending
at
you
least.
off? Just like that?
Not exactly pleased with it. What do you think I should do? No, I'm not pleased with it.
I wouldn't be either. You did say you had a friend in the city. There's a rumor about this place. At the end of that corridor, there's a sector where even guards are forbidden. Supposedly, there's a hidden passage there, built when the prison was still a fortress. An emergency escape route, I imagine.
That's very interesting. Why are you telling me this?
I thought you might find it helpful. It's possible it leads out of the prison, but it's a labyrinth down there. There are also rumors of strange creatures prowling the tunnels.
This isn't a typical prison, is it? Sounds scary.
You say that, but you don't seem concerned. We've only just met, but I already know you're not one to accept fate lying down. I'm sure you'd have gone anyway, with or without my help. After all, you already possess something to pick the lock with, don't you?
It looks like the guy design looks like a dapper fellow. Wonder what he's doing in here. I do.
I'm certain you'll figure it out.
It must be the gate, right? No, should be able to open up if you use some sort of tool. If there was ever a time to make your escape, it probably is now, yeah, before you get transferred to a more highly secure prison, even though this is supposed to be highly secure. Anyway, whatever. Fork required. It'll be used to escape. The ever-illustrious fork. Not as good as a rod, but, you know. Okay, seriously. So, you pressed a single prong of the fork against the floor until it bent. You shaped it in a lockpick to unlock the cell, a trick you learned from Dogi. But I thought he was called the Wall Crusher. But yeah, Dogi apparently was a thief at one point. But yeah, I don't remember much enough about the first and second game to remember everything about side characters. I remember the gist of the game, like what you have to do. And 1 and 2 need to be played in tandem because they're connected to each other, but... Oh, it was the Meek Prisoner. I thought he sounded a lot slightly different. Never mind. Whatever.
Good. You've made it out. That was a pretty neat trick with the fork.
Yeah, pretty awesome. It was you all along.
I knew you would figure it out. I appreciate what you did in the mess hall.
So you were the one who took the fork?
I suppose I did.
Well, bye.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine here. I've grown rather accustomed to these walls. Hurry now. You must leave the prison before the guards catch wind of your escape.
Well, you must have had a really bad, not a very great life outside of the prison. Unless I drown in the water. After jumping to my death, apparently. Obviously, we survived, but, you know. Now we just have to wait for these crazy loading times. Actually, they're not that bad. It's actually pretty faster than some other games I played. Yeesh. Especially the one I played before this. God, that one took forever for loading times between battles. At least it felt like it. So. Oh, we're back from our emo self. I guess we only turned to emo form during combat scenes. Maybe, I don't know. She said it was a curse. So we're like a werewolf? The edge wolf? Or where edge? Oh, sorry. The mysterious power from the curse seems to have disappeared. He said something earlier, but sorry about that. I was talking about my own butt there.
He's not here!
Sweep the area near the canal again. He can't have gotten far.
Can we be certain he's here? He couldn't have made it through the aqueduct.
It's a direct order from Master Shadowlord himself. We're to take extra precautions with this one. So keep it to yourself and resume your search before I have you locked up too.
Yes, sir!
It's too risky to linger. You need to find somewhere to hide. That guy seems to be quite extreme. I'll lock you up for not being super 100% efficient at your job. Suck it. And I just gotta run through town and figure out where to go from here. Find Dogi and get the heck out of here. Apparently the Roman Empire is a bunch of crazies.
In the agricultural district and the main gates.
They're in place, sir.
Good. Not a single rat gets through. Understood?
Yeah, I can't. Oh, wrong button.
Yes, sir.
Oops. Oh yeah, you can go through the messages if you miss something. So looks like this town area is quite big. I guess all those are the talking points you could talk to people at. Town notice, huh? Phew, another long day of work. I'd best retire for today. You there, you're sopping wet. Gives new meaning to drinking the river dry. Jokes aside, there's no place to be drunk. Do be careful, lest you catch cold. Or catch a cold. I bet you, madam. Peddler Inni? It's gotten so late already. I better head back before long. Come to think of it, there have been a lot of hieroglyph knights all out right now. Wonder what could have happened. Hieroglyph knights are on watch. It's best not to get any closer. Well, we don't have... I don't even know what happened to our weapon, if it's still around or whatnot, so... drunkard. I'm on top of the woods. Who said we're out in night market for another print or two? Oops, I keep pressing the autoplay button by accident. Okay, hold on, one more time, I need to turn it back on. I keep pressing the square button for some weird reason. Oh yeah, I can run. I gotta remember I can run. Just so I can get through this a little faster. I doubt there's really much to explore at this point. We're not in the open area part of the game where we get to kind of run around yet. We just have to escape from the knights. Time to hide in that building over there, I guess. No other choice. Otherwise, they would have found me. I'll just hide in that convenient, yeah, looks like... then I can't attack or do anything, so I'm just gonna play the game until it says otherwise. The Crimson King now. Now looks like this is an abandoned warehouse or something. Yeah, nothing's going on in here. I do kind of like the little line on the map just to kind of indicate, hey, you've already been this way before, so you don't have to worry about checking it again. These stairs might lead into the basement. You could lay low there for a while. Go down and hide. Well, yeah, I have no other options. Nothing else to do as far as I'm aware of, so.
Any sign of him?
Nothing, sir. We've already searched the entire area.
What's this building?
It's just an old inn. It was closed about a year ago.
We searched it and didn't find anyone.
All right, move out and continue the search.
Yes, sir.
Your footsteps fade into the distance. Your fatigue catches up to you as you feel your consciousness drifting away. I'll just fall asleep on the stairs. That's the most comfortable spot ever. I wonder if this abandoned inn will be important. Your pursuers might have given up. You might want to see what's going on outside, but someone may recognize you. Change of the Crimson King again, I guess. Although we're not sure how to control our... Find a way to walk about safely. Okay, we'll do that, and then I think we'll call it an episode. Or call it the first introductions. First impressions, whatever. Whatever I call it. Okay, I'm just kind of messing around. Let's see what's in here. A change of clothes? Oh, red scarf and black hair dye. Oh, we are becoming an edgelord. That's not black. That's blue. Now you look like an anime protagonist. How'd you look like Ike or something like that from Fire Emblem? These should suffice. Or Marth. Actually, it looks more like Marth, actually. These clothes should suffice as a disguise. And as an escaped figure, a fugitive, Adol will disguise himself while walking around Belduc. So you're worth 80... Oh, poster almost looks like something from, like, One Piece. Before and after. You cannot perform attacks while disguised. You can't attack people while disguised. How to use downloadable content. Okay. Well, thanks. So, Adol's now disguised, and now he must make his way through this city to, well, basically free himself from this, find Dogi, and find out what the Monstrums are, because you know we're going to be involved in it. Will he be able to do it? How will Adol finish this adventure? Well, I don't know. Find out, and whenever I do the let's finish this version of the game, which will obviously probably come out in the week after this one, but for me, it'll probably take me maybe a week or two to finish it, depending on how time goes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of it. I know I didn't get much action in, mostly most of the plot for the most part, but what did you think of the game? Did you like it? Did it keep to the East kind of ideas and standards of gameplay, or do you think they're going way too much into breaking down Adol as a character instead of just doing your typical adventure stuff? Well, for the most part, I'm interested to see where this game goes. An interesting change of pace where Adol isn't immediately seen as a hero every time he comes in. Usually, well, I don't know if I'd say he's always a hero, but usually people kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. In this one, it's quite different, so it changes it up quite a bit. But I'm willing to keep playing. Can't really give it a review, but if the game makes me want to play it longer, then it's done its job. So we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next game.